Hi, this is Joe Adel from Frankfurt on Foot, and today we're right in the middle of Frankfurt here at the Hauptwache on Große Eschenheimer Straße, and we're going to walk down the street towards the Eschenheimer Turm and see what we can see. So, let's go this way. This is the Katharinenkirche over here, by the way. We got what used to be Galeria Kaufhof, and it's merged with Karstadt. Now it's kind of Galeria Karstadt, Kaufhof. Not real sure. They have a new logo. They've redid the entire store, and they're just calling it Galleria now. It's really pretty inside, though. So if you've come in from the airport, this is just a few stops in the city. There's lots of hotels down here, restaurants, the Zeil, the shopping area. You've seen my video for the Zeil, my video for the Hauptwache, bakery over here, delicious stuff. So this is a deli here, but look what they've got. They've got Zeppelinwurst. Zeppelinwurst, a Frankfurt specialty. It's a liverwurst named after Graf Zeppelin. So this red and white building that we're approaching over here is the Thurn Palace. This is a reconstruction. The Thurn family came to Frankfurt around in the 1740s, and they built this palace. And then they left after just a few years because they didn't like Frankfurt, and Frankfurt didn't like them. And the palace was destroyed in the war. They just had the front part, and then the city asked the architects that built these 4 white buildings behind it to reconstruct it, and they did. So that is the Jumeirah Hotel over here on the right. So if that's your hotel, you're right here in the middle of downtown Frankfurt. So there's restaurants and things here in the Thurn Palace. They usually have a small Christmas market in here too. See what they have this year. I'm not quite sure. They have a cool view with the old and the new. This is a steakhouse called Rodeo Steak. This is kind of new. It had a different name before. It doesn't look like they're very open. This says a lunch. Oh yeah, it is open. It just looks dark inside. Sorry. So this interesting looking white building with the balconies on it is called the Flair of Frankfurt. And then up over here, you got the top part of my Zeil, which is the shopping mall that's down in the Zeil. I could live here. That'd be fun to sit here on the balcony and watch other people come by. We got sports here, Outfitter. This is all new. They just built all of this after about 2008. I think they started building around 2006. When we opened up our tour company, they were just getting the skyscrapers and my Zeil built. And I believe they opened up around 2009. This is a hotel. This is Moxy Hotel over here. And we got like a little clothing store over here. All kind of stuff. And the Eschenheimer Turm. This is so cool. This is an old guard tower built in the 1420s by Mattern Gärtner, our city architect that built the cathedral and built the choirs on about 3 of the churches here in Frankfurt. Built the old bridge. He just built all kinds of stuff. And he must have done a good job because most of the things that he built are all still here. So this was a major road coming into Frankfurt. So those of you who were in Frankfurt in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, even up to the 90s, might remember a movie theater called the Torm Palace, and it used to be right over here. So it's now gone and is now a takeout. But this Detective Tudor up here is like a, yeah, it's always been here ever since I've been here. So I like this tower, it's really cool. And we'll go across the street so we can be on the right side of the street. They've got a little cafe in here with quite good lunch. They've got good hummus, they've got good Flammkuchen. It's a fun place to go and sit and drink in the afternoons or in the evenings. It's right down the street is the movie theater. So if you look down there, there's the downtown Frankfurt. What's the Eschenheimer Strasse? And we're gonna head down here to the Eschenheimer Turm and walk down Oeder a little bit into the north end of Frankfurt. In the meantime, we can just admire this pretty tower. So it's right in the middle of this Frankfurt wall that was built in the late 1300s, early 1400s, and which the French made us tear down in the 1800s. And this wall had about 60 towers on it. This is the only one that's basically left because the French said it's the pretty one, leave it there. So there you go. It's still here. I love it. It's so cool having us right plopped down in the middle of modern downtown Frankfurt. And lots of people think it's a reconstruction, but it's not. It's real. This is the Flemings Hotel here. So they've got a nice bar and restaurant upstairs. If you want to watch the sunset, that's a cool place to go and sit because you got the best view. You get to look down on the tower. You get to look down the Wallenlage. This is the park that surrounds the city. It's right over there. And right over there. So this big red building we're looking at is the movie theater. Now they usually have a few movies that are in English. It's the CineStar. And this place here looks really cool at nighttime. They've got some nice neon lights. Let's get across the street here while we've got a green light. Then we can look around a little bit. So, it says Peter Pan. It's a burger grill. And then Fette Bulle over here has really good hamburgers and fries. There's a little hamburger am Turm. This has also been here since, I don't know, 50 years or so. And we'll head down Oeder. There's a nice mural on the outside of the CineStar. The airplane kind of being laced up. So for November, this is pretty nice weather. The sun is out. It's not too cold. So even though we're having a winter coat, I'm almost too warm. But at nighttime and early in the morning, it's pretty cold. It's getting down to like 3 degrees. So all along this street is just lots and lots of little tiny stores. So here you can get your visa for different countries. And you've got a few consulates over here. I don't know which flag that is. This is the Russian consulate here. Frankfurt has about 40 consulates. Look at this beautiful white building here. And then the little bakery over here is called Zeit for Brot, or Time for Bread. They've got fabulous breads. They're really, really good. It's kind of a nice, trendy neighborhood to live in. Desirable. You have the Hauptwache, the old buildings. Big tall ceilings. So here we've got Southern Fried Korean style chicken shack. That's new. That used to be a vegan restaurant. Over there says Untitled Vietnam, Vietnamese restaurant. And a Mexican restaurant. That one's new. I haven't walked down the street for a long time. So Schneiderei, that means that's a tailor. You can go and get your clothing tailored over here, fixed up. We have a Eat Dory here, which is Indian. They're doing a thali lunch. That sounds yummy. And we have Cantonese restaurant here. A hat store over there. This is a taste of Britain here. So if you're looking for some British treats, this is the place to come. They've got all kinds of little things here. And if they don't have it, I think that they've got an online store that you can order it. So there's their website. Take a look and see. This is Mr. Kebab. So the north end of Frankfurt is pretty trendy, as I already said. Got nice apartments. Lots of little stores. It's a good neighborhood to live in. As far as like schools, the schools are walkable. And you have all the little stores that you might want to have or visit. All the little restaurants. There's a little bookstore. There's a lot of bookstores in Frankfurt. Buying and reading books is not out of fashion in Germany at all. So what do we have over here? Flowers, pizza. What's this? A wine store? Glasses. So that's new over there too, this bakery and cafe. So they've got vegetarian and vegan food, breakfast, and like a music store. I'm not gonna walk too far down this. I want to keep the video not a little bit short. but just to give you a taste of the north end and what is close to downtown Frankfurt. So another Italian restaurant down there. This is a catering place here on the corner. Over there, waxing. Alrighty. And an apotheca. So this is a Herkert catering. This looks like some sort of a gift store here. Nice looking stuff. This is a reform house. So reform the way you eat. So a lot of restaurants have gotten, because everybody's sitting outside, so you got these little hut things over here. And also, in the wintertime, people still will go sit outside because that's the smoking area. So it's like a little plaza area. I'm just gonna walk up here and go around. This is a paper store with all kinds of stationery, cards, clothing and coats. The building itself is cool because it's all round. Round architecture just always looks softer. The big hard corners. So definitely an interesting place to come walk into if you're downtown Frankfurt and you want to just get off of the main street. You got a little ice cafe over here, Olympio. You can get your strawberry sundaes, also known as spaghetti ice. Essen of Thai art. People have been partying, the glass containers are full. Interesting balconies. So entrepreneurship alive and well in Frankfurt. I don't think I've seen a single chain down here. They're all individually owned businesses. So we'll just walk up here so we can see this. We can see it very good across the street. This is called Braustil here. So even though Frankfurt's not known for beer, there is still some beer being brewed here, and this is one of the places that does it. Super Bros. That's something new. A globally responsible fashion store. And this is a new kind of store here too called Plants and Cakes. It's a vegan raw cakes and treats. So here you can see the street names: Oederweg, Oeder, Weg, and Bornwiesenweg. Frankfurt has these bookshelves all over the city. We've got about 80 of them. You just bring your books and put them in here and take one. Or you can just bring your books. You don't have to take any at all. Or you don't have to bring any books. You can just take one. Some are more well used than others. So A nice peek down the neighborhood in the north end on Oeder. Thank you for coming along with me today, and we appreciate you watching, liking, and subscribing. Bye.